Hey everybody, this is Annie Noodle, and we're doing Vlogmas again. I took yesterday off, like I said I would, and it was a lovely day off. I did my day job, went to church with my friends, and had some friends over, and we played some board games. It was a good night. I also made cookies, and they were amazing. They were like copycat, Little Debbie, peanut butter, cream pie cookies. Yeah, they were really good. Everybody liked them, which makes me like baking more. I like baking anyways, but it is more fun to bake when I get to give some of the baked goods to other people, and not just because I know me and I will just eat everything. Yeah. Yeah. So it's nice to like share, especially like at the end of the night when I'm like, okay, people, like you guys need to take home some cookies. Yeah. But I really like baking, and I've been getting more into baking. And like I said, I should be getting a sourdough starter next week, I think. So that'll be fun. So let's talk about the art I'm doing now that we're like halfway through this video already. So you guys, if you've been around, know that I have a book that I've been working on. Only I haven't been working on it lately. Sorry, my cat is destroying the universe. If you hear racket in the background, that is what you're hearing. And it is going to be basically unknown creatures of the United States. And this one happens to live in the town that I live in. So, this is like a street. This is Riverfront. And I was like, I was walking along Riverfront one day and I was like, saw this little bank of trees in the slope and the sun is like slanting through the trees. And I was like, wouldn't it be fun if there's like a giant and like a little minstrel guy just chilling out there and you could only see the giant's feet? Yeah. So that was, that's one of the first ideas I had for this whole book. When I first started thinking about this, I honestly don't know that I had enough, like, faith in my ability to make art a career. To really think, like, oh, I'll make a book someday for reals. And now I'm like, it's going to happen. I just don't know if it's going to be next year or the year after. I'd like to get more, like, I don't want to call it more of a following. Let's say that, because that doesn't just mean like social media. That means just like I want more people in the world to know about my art and to be able to financially back my art so that I can kickstart this book and actually have it get funded. Because this, I definitely want physical copies. Like, I am not... my cat really is trying to destroy everything in my studio. It is amazing. I want physical copies. I don't know if I'll even do a digital copy of this. Anyways, yeah, so these guys are hanging out on Riverfront in Mankato. I think this is the first art I've put cars in, and I don't really think I'm going to be putting a lot of cars in my watercolor paintings. And these just are little blobs anyways. Like, they're so tiny. Like, and like, they're not really in the frame, and they're just kind of there to like punctuate, basically. Like, just so you know, this is clearly a road. There are cars on it. It's, present day. Like, here's a stoplight. And then there's a giant. Like, that's the whole point of it, Yeah. And so this has been taped down to this piece of paper for so long. I think 2 years. This has been sitting there waiting to get painted for so long that I no longer, like, I ran out of that green tape, I think like a year ago. It's been a really long time. I haven't had that in a long time. I didn't even think about it until I was pulling the tape off. And I was like, like... I don't even know how long it's been since I put that on there. And the really awesome thing is when I pulled the tape off, it wasn't sticky underneath, which is, I am really impressed because It should have been. Yeah. I mean, like, it sat there through the summer when it was really humid. Yeah. And, anyways. So, frog tape. If you're ever looking for tape to, really seriously tape down some paintings, frog tape works really well. I'm not going to buy more because I have a ridiculous amount of masking tape right now of various types and washi tape and all sorts of things. I definitely do not need more tape. Yeah. So I also went for my run yesterday, which was really, really, really cold. Like, it was 9 degrees, but like the wind was blowing in like 20-mile-an-hour gusts. So that was really fun. But I still went for my run, and so I get to brag about that. It wasn't a very long run. It was half an hour, but it was the workout I was supposed to do yesterday. I'm doing like a, training for a half marathon workout plan. So yeah, I did the workout I was supposed to do yesterday. Technically I was supposed to run today, but I am pushing that till tomorrow because I'm supposed to run a full 4 miles tomorrow, and I'm a very slow runner, so that is going to take me a while. So, yeah, I'm still out here working on it. Yeah, I am really stoked about getting this painting done, finally. I mean, it didn't turn out quite as good as I'd hoped it would, but I feel like that's going to happen when you let a painting sit this long. It just, yeah. It loses some of your original intent and vitality that you had when you first started painting it, and then you just get to be like, yeah, I just need to get this done. And yeah, so I mean, like, it's good to get it done. I wish it had turned out a little better, but it was never going to be like one of the main illustrations in my book. Like, it's just going to be like a little, like spot illustration, like almost to the point where I'm like, this. So I was definitely adamant with myself that I wanted this to be like Sibley Parkway Road. Sibley is like a local park here, and the the sign does say Sibley Parkway Road on it. I was not going to fit all of that on this tiny sign, so you can tell how small it is, but I will give you a dimension here. It is 1/8 of an inch tall. I was thinking it was going to be a quarter, but it is even smaller than that. It is 1/8 of an inch tall. And it wasn't super hard to paint except for this lowercase I. This fought me, and every time I tried to fix it, I made it worse. And actually, after I go through and I paint the whole word, Sibley, I go back and try one more time to fix the I and make it worse yet again. So, has Annie learned to leave well enough alone? No, Annie has not learned that lesson yet. For those of you who do not know and may be curious, this is Dr. P.H. Martin's Bleed Proof White, which is, in my opinion, the best way to paint white over any other colored thing. It is bleed proof white. I have nothing bad to say about it. I mean, it is a little smelly, but but yeah, it's an amazing way to paint white over, I mean, anything I've tried so far. It is covered very well. I am really happy. Like, this is obviously very zoomed in, and I really like the like kind of bad lines and like faded watercolor look that this illustration has when you zoom in like that. Ooh, and I am now signing my name, which means I am done painting this picture. So look, I might go back and touch this one up a little bit, which I do have a rule about not doing that, but yeah, I might go fidget with this one a little bit and like put some, or maybe I won't. Maybe I should just leave it alone. Maybe I made that a rule for a reason so that I don't go back and mess with stuff that I should just let be done. Since this is just going to be a small illustration in my book, I need to stop fussing with it. It's good enough. And it is cute, and it's whimsical, and, and you can probably see that the tape is pulling some of the white paper away, but it is just the stuff at that torn edge, and since it's already torn, don't blame the tape. I really like frog tape. Especially when you're doing like really heavy washes, it will still hold your paper down, and I really like that. So here is the finished painting, and I will be back again tomorrow with, I don't know what yet, but some sort of Vlogmas shenanigans. So I'll see you up at beep boopy doopy doop. Bye!